Okay, well, let's get started. Roy, you want to bring us up to speed as to registration and anything else we need to know about that part of it?
We are full and registration online went well. We appreciate everybody doing it that way. We had maybe a dozen or two at the most mail-ins, so that went very well. Um, Thomas's system worked perfectly, and we got all the things. I've been to Minuteman Press today and took care of a couple things that we needed to do. Vicky made all the placards for the cars, the numbers and things. So I brought those in. We cut them down to car size. We had the agendas printed. Um, the signage for the um, registration part is done. The other signs for the sponsorships are done. They'll be done. I made
By Friday.
comment with those today, and they'll be done by before Friday. But we just got to pick those up in Reno, no problem. So everything's good to go.
And the sandwich
Trophies
times
ready?
of no day of registration are good.
No day of registration's correct.
The signs are there. Okay.
Oh, I have the signs, yes, for
Okay.
that.
Where are we gonna put those? We're putting them down
Put 'em
on.
along Sierra Street,
Yeah.
possibly have somebody walk the crowd and make sure that they're all pre-registered and they can have
Yeah.
a sign.
Okay.
Trophies done, Roy?
They should be.
I haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, he said they'd be done this
Bye.
week.
Last I heard, he was talking they'd be done Wednesday,
Last Wednesday or this Wednesday?
this Wednesday.
That's cutting it close, just like the shirts. I'm not getting the shirts till Thursday.
How many you have left?
106.
106.
Okay. You need help folding them or anything?
Now,
No, I can do those. No problem.
I need an extra large.
Yes.
Oh,
well,
We
that's
got
good.
it, Devin.
we got
I
you
don't
covered,
think I've heard that
brother.
before.
We ain't gonna let you down, buddy.
I know he reminded me again. Hey, I need my shirt. It's like,
Yeah, but you
okay.
know what's going to happen, Kevin? Since Alan has heard this about 5 times from you, you know what he's going to do? You're going to end up with a small.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, small in a child's.
Yeah.
All in a shot.
So this I'm going to step in here, Tess. This is for you and me to talk. I drove out. Marilyn and I went out to the park today because when Al and I were talking about getting the vendors in there, along with the food trucks, vendors dropped their stuff, and I was trying to get them away from the cars. So in other words, go left out of there. And I remember Al and I talked about that sidewalk.
Oh yeah, up to would be to the east or west.
Yeah, it would have worked, but the sidewalk was fine until you got about 25 yards from where the sidewalk lets you out. And that stream runs under there, and that sidewalk is this, and the cars are going to be over there. So it's not going to, it would have been perfect because it lets them out into that parking lot above us.
Yeah.
So we are going to have to test, we're going to have to get those vendors, and you don't know about this yet, but where they come in, and they're going to have to go right and go through the cars wherever they're parked and come out the gate they come in on.
Did you get that?
You know what I'm talking about? You know where you let them in that gate by the bathroom?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the vendors are going in there too.
Right.
Okay, and then
So my food trucks are going to the left and your vendors are going where?
right below you to the left.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't have anybody that can work that gate, number one. So I think you and I have to coordinate with each other. Either I work the gate or you work the gate or whatever.
Well, last year, whenever a food truck came in, I was watching for them. So I'd just drive my golf cart over there and lead them in and tell them where we wanted them to go. So I can do that with the vendors as well. All you have to do, when are you guys coming out there, Dennis?
Well, I know one guy wants to start at 6, so between 6 and I told him to be set up by 8:30.
On what day?
Day of.
Oh, okay. So what are we doing Friday night? You
Okay,
said,
so Friday, Al's going to be there just a bit before noon because we have the park at noon,
okay,
and he's going to mark the vendors for me. He's going to put dots down there for all the vendors. Then
okay,
I'm going to come back and assign numbers to those vendors because I'm using your sheet, Rory, for those guys to come in, look at their spot on Friday. And they can bring 2 tables in. If they want to bring their easy up, yeah, they can bring it in, but they're not setting the easy up. They're not bringing their product in. They'll bring their product in on Saturday. But they'll know where they're going because I've got every one of the vendors in the military to show up on Friday with me. Then I'm going to walk them to their spot.
oh,
So they'll
good.
know where they're going.
That's good. And they're all together?
Yeah, in some
Yeah,
form or fashion, they're
that's
going to be
good.
all together in
Yeah,
two
that's
rows.
good. Oh, okay.
Al's giving them a 12 by what?
12 by 12.
12 by 12 spot.
So what
Good space.
would you like me to do, Dennis?
Well, the only thing I'm concerned about, Tess, is the exit. I was trying to get them to go exit left away from the cars, but that's not going to work. They're going to have to go exit right and come down one of the aisles between the cars, and I don't want it to bottleneck at that gate.
Well, I think what's going to happen is what happened mostly last year.
Wasn't bad. They went
They,
thick.
it was pretty smooth and they all came in fairly early. I mean, we didn't seem to have any backlog. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but if you see something that you need for me to do on Friday or Saturday, just speak
Well,
up.
it'll be Saturday that we work in tandem till we get them all
Okay.
parked and get them out of there.
Well, speaking of walkie-talkies, we do have a couple of sets that we can charge and that I can give you one and I'll keep one and then you can, if you want to, I mean, you have to hold it and, ring
Yeah,
them.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring them.
Okay,
Yeah.
because, yeah, I can.
And on Friday, Tess, I mean, since Al will start marking the vendors first, so I can get them, we can walk and I can show you where, they'll be set up so we know what we're doing.
When are you guys coming to Legends?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll be there. We'll be
Yeah.
the cute couple next to Tim.
Oh, good.
We're on the other side of the park.
Yeah, we're on the other side of the park though.
You are?
Hey,
No, we'll be
Dennis.
right next to you. We'll be right next to you.
I thought you
Dennis.
were the other cute couple next to Tim. Okay, so yeah, we can mingle on Thursday.
Yeah.
What time you guys coming in?
Probably afternoon, mid-afternoon, sometime two
Okay.
to 3. Yeah.
We can do
Hey, Dennis.
appetizers type thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know everyone is probably curious about parking and how we went about it last year and how we're going to make changes this year. Is there anyone who could talk about that?
Al can.
We're basically going to do we're not going to be able to do the center and go out like we wanted to do last year, which they didn't do last year anyway, because they didn't bring enough people. But what we're going to do is, when you first come in that gate, where the motorcycles come in, which is going to be right where all the trophies and all that stuff's going to be, just a little bit off to the left, we're going to start the 2 rows of vendors. And then from that, I'm going to do those first because they're going to have vendors coming in Friday to start putting their stuff in there. And then from there, I'm going to go over towards the trees and I'm going to make one solid line, a straight line. And that's going to be for the food trucks. There's not going to be sectioned off because different trucks are different lengths. First come, first serve, just line them up. And then to come back over to the other side of the vendors. And that's where we'll start putting the dots for the cars.
How you parking?
And then how you parking them?
This way and that way.
Perfect.
The first row will face to the west, and then the east, the ones that face in the east will back into those guys, and then we'll leave about a 11-foot space between the fronts of them and start the third row. just like it'll be exactly like it was last year when it comes to parking the cars. Just hopefully it'll go faster because we're gonna have two guys, because you're gonna help park, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah, see, so you know how to park cars. Tim knows how to park cars. So I'm gonna
Yep.
give you guys each a guy to help you. And I got 4 poles. And what we'll do is the first group, when they come in, you'll pull them up and you just pull them up to the dot and park them. And then when they get about halfway down, then we'll start the second row and start backing those guys in. So this guy's finishing this row. The other guy can start backing them in here. So we don't waste too much time.
So the lines will go quicker. People aren't going to be waiting like they did last year.
Exactly. I figure if doing it the way with you guys doing it, because Tim knows how to park cars and you know how to park cars. Everybody else, I'm not sure of. But they're just going to be directing traffic and feeding the line. Like if somebody comes in and let's say you're working the first row and you got 5 spots left, and the club comes in, they got 8 cars. Well, then the guy needs to tell them, go start the new line, and just keep it moving that way. I think we can probably knock it out, probably knock about an hour off of parking than what they did last year.
And Al, I trust that you'll be giving us direction before we begin parking, so we all know what our assigned jobs are.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I need direction.
Oh,
I
I'll
always
give you
need
some
direction.
direction. I'll give you all kinds of direction.
My wife's not out there. I need somebody to give me direction.
She's not going to be there?
She will. She'll be taking pictures.
Okay. She can take pictures of you parking cars.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thomas there?
And then I just got to get 2 strong guys, which we're going to try to, Rory's little brother and John Kai is going to be at the gate. There's 3 gates coming into the park. One for what we call the front, off of Sierra Street, and then the back one, whatever street that is. And then there's a side street that comes through a housing tract. And that's where we're going to stop everybody. Well, not really stop. If they're registered, they're going to guide them through to the grass area. If they're not registered, they got to turn left and get the hell out of there. And they can't put up with anybody's bullshit. If they're not on the list, they got to go. And they don't need to sit there and have a conversation. If you're not on the list, you don't come in.
So there will be an exit for them so it doesn't back up the line?
Yes, they could turn left and go out that side street into the park, into the residential.
Yeah, that's going to be closed, I think.
Well, I'll have the key.
You can send them up the hill and they can go out the back gate.
Well, we could, but then we're letting them through where they could turn right and come through our gate
Well,
where the
that's true.
vendors are
That's
coming
true.
in. I don't want them coming into the park at all. I want them
Yeah.
out of.
Which brings up a point. The last year I don't think we had anybody at the entrance to that parking lot.
What parking lot?
No,
Okay, I don't know if we need, Rory, I don't know if we need to find, what I'm talking about? That park where we put the vendors last year in that parking lot?
yeah,
Yeah,
the way the
There were
motorcycle
people
came.
trying to get in there last year because I had to go out and try to stop
park-
them.
I had blocked that off, but I can.
We had barricades up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. They had one on each side.
Because we had to move them to let certain people in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember moving some.
Okay, that's something we need to talk about on Friday, Al. Because I know that we had a little issue last year with that. So, okay. What else? What else we got?
I have a question. I have a question about you said the vendors are coming in on Friday to put their canopies out there, but they're not going to set those up. But yet they're not bringing any of their stuff until Friday. What's the point of that?
No, they're not bringing their stuff till Saturday
I mean, Saturday. Why?
because they don't want to leave it out there. They don't trust the security.
Well,
They did last year.
yeah,
Some did, some didn't, but I had a lot of them. I didn't say they couldn't.
yeah.
I just said it's up to you. I mean, we got security from 5 to 5. And most of them said, it takes me an hour and a half to set my tables up. I said, okay. And I'm not leaving my products out there. Well, that's up to you. So the idea on Saturday is they drive in, they drop their stuff off, they drive out. In other words, they got 10 or 12 boxes. Okay, unload them, set them in your spot, get out of here, and then come walk back in
Okay.
and set them up.
Yeah, because if they're sitting there unloading and
No.
setting up,
That's the
it'll take
conversation
forever.
I'm having
It'll
on Friday.
block
with-
it.
Okay, because that seems like there'll be too much traffic going in and
Yes.
not enough going out.
That's my
Exactly.
concern.
They
That's why
should
you
just-
and I. That's why you and I need to work together.
Yeah, because I see them parking in the lot in front of the bathrooms and then carrying their stuff in because it's going to be a lot of traffic. But
Yeah.
yeah, see what works.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can do. I mean,
Yeah,
they didn't want to set up on Friday. They didn't want.
if they
didn't
can
trust
carry
us.
their totes in. Well,
Email them all of you.
why did we move the vendors from the asphalt into the grass?
Because they didn't get enough traffic last year, and everybody was congregated on the grass.
Okay, so then if they want more traffic, then they can give up driving their cars in with all their stuff and then just carry it in from the parking lot.
I don't think that's going to work. I really don't. Yes.
Okay.
So
So
I
they
mean,
have a dozen
I,
boxes.
that's either you work the gate and I'll work in there and get them in, get them out. I'll help them unload their shit and say, okay, get in your car and get out of here.
Yeah,
Just need
it's too
somebody
hard.
that- Huh?
Tess, I went through the same thing with the swap meet this year. It's too difficult. They have to bring in vehicles to unload because
We're
everything's
just
in
gonna have to
there.
make a circle and get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
Drop
you
it and
just-
go.
I
And
just
that's what
think we ought to
that's what
stay
my
on
cons-
top of that though.
That's where my concern is, Tess, is if you're at the gate after you get your, everybody in there, then, if we've got a line and someone's coming out, you got to back them up to let them out. That's all. By the gate. And they can't park in
Because
that
there's
parking.
only the one gate going in and out of the grass,
That's
correct?
my concern.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So
And
we'll,
and they don't park in that parking lot. They have to park across the street in the dirt or the next
or
parking
up
lot
high,
up.
okay, okay.
So we
we
need to
can
have
coordinate.
somebody. We need to have somebody walking around that parking lot to make sure when they come out of there, because you guys can't keep your eyes on everybody.
No,
We need to have somebody keep their eyes on the parking lot.
Well, who's gonna do that? I don't know.
So
Yeah,
we
who's
might
gonna
have
do that? I mean,
we might have a few extra people. If everybody shows up that's on the list, we should have a couple extra people.
okay.
That's a big if.
Yeah, that is.
Who is that talking?
That was Tim.
that was
Really? Tim's here?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
the
he's
camera with the line through
Oh,
it.
Tim's a camera with a line to it. Okay. Well,
Who's it?
You didn't recognize him?
yeah, no, I did.
doesn't look anything like them.
I know, right?
Yeah. So hey, let's bring Thomas in. Anybody have any questions for Thomas?
Oh, you bet your ass I do.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Al's
you're-
fired up. Where's your shades?
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
So, Vicky, oh, hey, we got a picture. Vicky has a question. She
You
wants,
got a picture. I just got home.
yeah, she wants to know if you sent out an email for those guys to print out their shit.
I'm gonna send them an email tonight, but I don't
Okay.
know. It's just gonna be a simple email that says, hey, show this to the person who you're coming through the gate with.
Yep,
This is your authorization. We'll check you in at the registration desk.
excellent.
They gotta flash it when they come in the park.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
gotta flash it when they come in the park.
When they come in, yeah, tell them when they come to the gate, they'll ask them for their receipt at the gate.
They need to,
Yeah.
they need to have a printed copy at the gate.
I did have one guy with that in mind, guys, and I don't know if there'll be other people that says he has all his shit on his phone.
So do we
Well,
want to
that's
send a
okay
receipt
too,
or
because
do they want to sign?
there's some guys that don't have emails and they won't have the printed copy anyway. That's why we're gonna have a list so they can double check.
Which is done.
Okay, well, I just said if you show your phone to the guys at the gate, that should be
Yeah,
good.
that'll work.
Okay.
Phone is fine.
That'll work.
Okay.
Only thing they gotta check
Okay.
is make sure it's the right car and the right person. And then they can send them through.
So Thomas, you know that check-in thing, I still can't, it's still not doing it.
It worked for me today. So
Because you know what you're doing, son.
Yeah, well, we might have to worry
Well-
about it, yeah, but,
We'll take a look at it.
cause I
Maybe,
don't know, everybody else is gonna have that problem too. Like,
yeah,
really-
we'll take a look at it.
okay.
And then do we need to have the car and other information on the email, or can it just be a generic email?
Just a generic
Yeah.
email. You mean for the registration, the flash?
Walking around in circles to this house.
No, so sorry, that's my dog. So,
I didn't think it was you.
right? So the email that we're gonna send out to everyone here shortly, I don't have the capability of making it like unique to each individual person.
Oh, no,
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 no.
no, no, just send the email out saying you need to get your receipt printed off the web.
Okay, gotcha,
Or
okay.
you can use this email.
Or just
that-
flash the email.
Just bring this letter with you.
Bring this
So-
email. And that should do it too.
Okay.
Just make it generic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just,
Oh, I see what you're saying. If they got an email, that means they're registered.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
make it
Thomas, how
generic.
big's your house, man?
Yeah, are you just doing laps
It's
or
only
what?
1,000.
He's
You
doing
doing laps
circles.
around the house or what?
Doing a little house tour over here. It's only 1,000 square feet.
You notice he's showing the ceiling because he doesn't want you to see the mess.
I'm pretty sure he's not messy.
No, it's actually quite clean.
All right, I trust you.
You don't trust anybody.
Hey, hey,
Thomas, are we all up to date on the sponsors? on the web?
Hayes the first stage of horse shit.
The registration.
I
We
know.
should be up to date on the sponsors. I'm gonna do a double check on your list that you sent me and
Yeah.
make sure everyone's in the correct order. Because I noticed I put some people as like trophy sponsors and they're actually like silver. So I'm gonna just do a quick audit and make sure.
Thomas, thank you for all your work. All your hard work and your new job.
Keaton,
You
because-
still are so
Pretty
dedicated.
spot on.
Oh, thank you.
Credit card.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully the voting is all set and ready to rock and roll and that's been tested. So hopefully that should be
This thing rolling.
easy peasy. Rory, I'm just waiting for Minuteman Press to actually approve of the job. They sent me an email
They're
and I responded
They're
back.
done.
They printed them?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
They
Okay.
just had to cut them and
Yeah.
we weren't, the guy was busy and we were not gonna wait around for another, hour or so. So,
No, they're really good about getting stuff out.
Jeez. Okay, that was fast.
yeah, they were done. They just needed to cut them.
Wonderful.
Is there gonna be somebody up front to explain to people how to vote online? Who's gonna be the person
They're
dedicated? to that?
gonna do that at the registration table. There's instructions on the voting card.
Okay, because people are gonna ask.
We did
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I know,
Well-
and then they can come to us, but the instructions are on the voting ballot.
I think
And then we'll
people
still
will
submit
get
the
used
voting
to it,
ballots
hopefully.
manually if they can't vote online too. So they just bring them up to the registration and we'll take care of it.
Cool.
So just so everybody knows, the t-shirt girls are our granddaughters and the dark-haired one is Ari and the lighter colored hair one is Lexi. And those are two of our grandkids, just so you know their names, Lexi and Ari. They're doing t-shirts.
They're past.
And then they're doing raffle tickets with Al.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He finally has help this year.
What's that?
But he'll finally have help with the raffle tickets this year.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
You will.
There's 8,000 of them pre-cut.
Yeah, that's
Pre-cut
awesome.
20s,
Oh, see, that's
you're
great.
welcome. And I'm paying my granddaughters, you're welcome.
And I'm gonna do the same thing I did last year. I'm gonna go up and say, here, give me 20 or give me $20. I'll give you 40 tickets. And if they say, well, what can I get for $10? I'm gonna say, you can get the hell out of the park.
So next year, next
Sons of
year,
bitches.
can we not have $1 raffle tickets, please? Next
You
year?
don't have $1 raffle tickets.
Yes, they are, Al. It says so right there, $1 a ticket.
Yeah,
Where did you say that?
On the agenda.
yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
I read it.
Well, like I said, give me $20, I'll give you 40 tickets. You want 10? Get out.
Just tell them.
I think you're kind of pre-selling them already, Al, because we're gonna Kevin's gonna put this up on the You know, you don't even have to walk. They may come to you.
Hey, Dennis,
Don't do
can you have I guess Mary Lee would be
Mary
probably
Lee.
one putting out the agenda for all board members so I can print it up for
Oh,
me.
I'll email it to you.
Vicky will email it to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some tickets this year because we gotta make up for lost time.
yes.
You know, we just
Well,
had,
we don't
we had
have
our,
a car this year.
we had our AACA meeting here at the house last Wednesday. We had 42 people here. 42 people, and we did the trifecta. You know, I sold the tickets, I split it in half, and then split one half to those, and the winners took home $65 each. So that's
Good.
pretty good shit for that small of a crowd. But I don't do the $20. I just say give me $10 and I'll give you 20 tickets.
So good. I got a question for you, Al.
Uh-oh.
What product are you using for your hair growth? I mean, you went from bald to like, that's amazing.
It's called Brake Clean. Comes in an aerosol can. You just spray it on and pucker up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff, buddy.
So
No.
Thursday, this one.
All right. Let's see. We have anything else? Or 6:35. Anybody have anything else?
Well, this is our last meeting before the show. So
Yeah. What time? I got a question for you. When are you showing up on? Are you showing up on Friday or
Who?
Thursday?
Who?
You're coming in on You're coming in on Friday.
Friday. I'll be there about between 11 and 11:30. I'll be at the park.
Okay. So
What time of the gate? What time of the gate's going to be open?
Well, we got to talk to
Saturday.
Tony or Andy,
Andy, yeah.
the guy. I'd like to see the front gate open at 6.
Yeah.
If we could start parking cars at 6,
Yeah.
well, we'll have over 100, 150 cars parked by 7.
When? Friday?
So
Saturday. So
I told
Friday,
everybody to be there by 5. I've been telling everybody that's going to help out be there by 5:30.
so since we're separated, you're over at the park and we're over at Hollywood. Do we want to do any kind of a dinner on Friday night, a barbecue or anything?
I am going to be doing my thing Friday, getting things set up, and I don't plan on leaving.
Okay. Just the invite for you.
Just like last year, you know, we got there about 11, 12 o'clock last year, and we didn't leave until 5 o'clock Saturday night.
Okay.
So
So
And like I
Dennis,
say, once
we're open.
Okay. Tim, you guys open?
Yep.
Well, it's one guy.
Yeah, I'm
one
solo.
guy, Tim's
He's
vaccinated still.
Okay. And I don't know about you, Kevin, that if you guys want to come down for a barbecue, we can do something over there at
You know where I'll be. I'll be at the Big R.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Thomas
Big
lives
R.
in Reno. He can come.
Is that what we call it now? Big R?
That's what we call it, the Big R.
Do you hear me, Dennis?
What's that?
Thomas.
Thomas lives in Reno. He can go over there.
Oh yeah, you're close. I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll talk about it Friday.
Okay.
Because once we're done, with nothing else to do, we can go do a little barbecue over there at Sparks Marina RV place.
Okay.
You don't want to
Let
go
me
to
know.
Western Village Steakhouse?
I was gonna say, where's that
You
place?
got to
you
run
get-
that through Rory, Tim. I ain't volunteering that no more.
Where did we go that we all met and we sat outside over the water and stuff? What was that place called?
Yeah, I was a little. What was you set it up?
Water hole or?
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
remember the name, but you can almost walk to that.
Yeah, in the
Oh.
cold wind.
The water bar.
Water bar, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good meeting place.
It's not
Yes, it is. It's great.
expensive.
Okay.
So, Thomas,
McDonald's is close.
what's your title at your new job?
Personnel officer. Or HR officer, however you want to say it.
For DMV?
No, for BNI.
What?
So we're over.
BLM, Better Bureau
Where-
of Land Management.
No, so we're business and industry. So we're over
Oh, my bad.
12 different agencies,
Oh,
all within the state.
That's a big job,
Yeah.
big responsibility.
You like to fly to Vegas.
I don't like to fly to Vegas, but they make me.
No.
Okay,
All right.
anybody else got
Okay.
thoughts?
Oh, Waste Management is gonna set up Friday night or Friday afternoon. The scissor lift should be there Friday afternoon. What
Scissor.
else?
Danny Hood.
Manhattan will be there Friday afternoon. So all those are taken care of. Waste Management's a pain to get a hold of, I tell you.
Oh,
that.
they're terrible.
So
Terrible.
what time are we gonna get there Friday? We're gonna
I'll
drive
get there
up.
around noon.
Cause I plan on
Start
bringing
mark.
my truck and the golf cart trailer over Friday. And I'll just leave it parked there, so, in that little lot. Because we'll have security that night and Alan Vick will be there, so. Otherwise, I'm leaving it at our friend's
You
ranch.
can park it right next to their trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Timmy, when do you want to come over and load up that toolbox?
I gotta do it tomorrow morning.
And the pedal cars, yeah, because we're leaving at noonish.
Yeah, we're leaving at noon.
Yeah, anytime that works for you, or if you want,
They're gonna
what time is it?
tomorrow.
Did he go get those other things?
I don't
Oh.
know.
You could, oh, are you already hooked up to your trailer?
No, not yet.
You're gonna do that tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
You, do you want to come over after the meeting and load it real quick?
Yeah, I guess we could.
It's up to you. You're gonna park it in the garage tonight anyway. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do it tonight, we can do it tonight, or we can do it tomorrow, whatever works best for you. I'll be here.
Let's do it tonight after the meeting.
Okay.
cause Rory has to go get gas too.
Oh, yeah, I gotta, oh crap, get gas.
I
I already got the trailer hooked up and I just remembered I gotta get fuel too. Well, crap.
Already filled mine.
One
So
more thing
Friday
to
I'll
do.
take my truck and.
Okay. I'm gonna stop recording, guys, for
Okay.
All right.
hang loose for a second.
Okay, so